Hello, everybody. My name is Natalie Kolev. I'm instructor of Neurographica at Neurographic Academy. And today we have the lovely Julia here with us. She was our student from the Basic User Course. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Nat.
So nice to have you. Wonderful. And you just completed the Basic User Course. I wanted to ask you first, how did you find us? How did you find Neurographica?
It's really kind of funny because I'm into adult coloring, and I was watching a video from a colorist that I follow, and she was doing Neuroart. There was no structure to it, or she was just showing the roundings and here's the pretty colors. And so I went and I looked up the word Neurographica, and I found Anna's YouTube page, and then in turn the Academy. And so adult coloring has brought two wonderful things into my life. It brought tarot into my life, and it brought Neurographica into my life.
Wonderful. So what do you do for life? Do you want to share?
Well, gosh, before now, I'm actually disabled now. But before that, I ran my own salon in my home, and I had many wonderful clients working with healing, and I had cancer patients and empty nesters and wives who had lost their husbands, and they were all coming, and just through massage and touching them and loving them and doing their nails or their hair, I was performing healings just through my energy by use of the salon skills that I had.
Fantastic. I would love to, to find somebody like this. Wonderful. Okay, that's always beneficial to have some kindness to our bodies. Very good. Okay, so can you tell me why did you sign up for the Basic User Course?
Well, I'm very, very into doing things the way they were intended. Like when you have a recipe, you follow the recipe the first time, according to the chef who wrote the recipe. And then afterwards, well, maybe we'll add a little more garlic, or maybe I didn't like tomatoes in that, or I wanted to make sure that I learned it right before I started playing around, because I got excited about this technique. I understood the concept of changing the neural pathways in the brain, and I wanted to make sure that I learned it right the first time before I started playing around with it and changing it.
Very, very important. Yes, yes. We have a lot of people who are just following some YouTube videos, but it does feel different when you learn. Would you say that following just YouTube videos is different than after you've went through the Basic User Course?
Oh, yes. Oh, big difference just in how the drawing comes out. And the very first drawing that I did was based on the YouTube video. In fact, I can show it to you.
Okay, yeah.
It was very unstructured. I had no plan on what I was doing with it. There was a catharsis involved, but I didn't really understand the purpose of the catharsis. All I was doing was randomly scribbling on the page. This is the first drawing that I ever did.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah, and you can see it incorporates the field lines and the fixation, but you can still see my catharsis by scribbling that I didn't know what I was scribbling about. And then my latest drawing, this is how it changed. You can see the field lines are much stronger, and learning about how to create support from the edge of the drawing. And I don't think that the first drawing that I did changed anything in my brain, but I know this last one did. Yeah.
Okay, so that's bringing in the point. How what was the change? Did you notice any change before you started the Basic User Course and 4 weeks later after the Basic User Course? What happened? Any changes in your life?
Originally, I was going to do it on my pain levels. That was what I went in intending on. And then it kind of changed in the course of the first class. I decided to work on self-sabotage because there's this thing that I do where I'll like make an appointment for something that I'll enjoy. And then on the day of the appointment, I wake up and go, I don't really feel like doing that today. And then like call and make up some excuse of why I'm not going to go to the appointment, or just like backing out of it.
Mhm.
And this is a horrible habit that I don't enjoy in myself, and I wanted to change. So I switched my topic to self-sabotage, and I began to focus on the reasons why I self-sabotage and the root cause of where that came from. And I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but
No, you're fine. You're good.
as I progressed through the course, I noticed that I would talk to myself, and this is that habit. You're trying to change that. Don't call and cancel that appointment. Like my friend texted me, she's like, do you have a few minutes to chat real quick? And my old habit said, no, you're not prepared. You don't, you're not ready for a conversation right now. And I talked to myself and I said, Julie, you enjoy this person's company. You enjoy visiting with this person. And why not talk to them, even if it's impromptu or not planned? Talk to your friend, Julie. And so I did, and we had an amazing conversation. I woke up one day wanting to cancel my mammogram appointment because, yuck, I don't, didn't want to get it done, but you have to keep promises to yourself. And I changed my thinking and I said, Julie, this is part of loving yourself. This is part of making sure that you're okay and that your body is working properly. So you need to go to this appointment. And so I went to the appointment. It was, a whole half hour out of my day. Oh, big deal, right? But I was making it into this whole big thing beforehand. And so, yeah, I'm starting to stop those self-sabotagey things that I do. And it is directly related to the drawings.
Wonderful, wonderful. And as a side effects, did you had any other improvements in your life? How about your pain level that you were wanting health or anything else changed?
Well, I do notice that my higher self has a very large sense of humor about the drawings. And my higher self will say things to me like, now go and round that out, and suggest to me, maybe you should do a drawing about this. And so I go and do it. My higher self has picked up on the fact that the way my brain works, it's very effective to me, and my higher self is encouraging me to continue to do it. And the higher self has never said to me, pull out your tarot cards, but the higher self has recommended I do a drawing.
Wonderful, wonderful, Julia. How about you did 4 homeworks, 4 drawings submitted during the basic user course, and you received 4 supervisions, reviews of your drawings. Did you like them? How were they? Were they helpful?
I was so excited to see my supervision that I would fast forward and watch mine first before I went back and watched the other students. But hearing Tatiana's suggestions, the way she makes her suggestions helps me to understand more the purpose of like the field line. If you change it and make it stronger, it will enhance the effect in the outcome of the intention. And if it's not connected on the edges where you bring in the support, you have to add more lines so that there's more support. She really helped me see the connection between what the lines actually meant. In fact, I was doing this thing, my neurospicy brain, I was focusing on the negative spaces. And you can see it in one drawing that I did, very much so. In fact, I actually rounded out the edges of the drawing, like I had it on a black background. So I tried to make it all like, and I was focusing on the negative spaces, and it stopped being about the lines, which it's about the lines, right? But you can see what I did here. There's so much space in between the shapes, and the way I was rounding it, I wasn't seeing the line anymore. I was seeing the negative space, but the line is about the connection. So I had to change the way my brain was seeing how to do the drawing. And I would not have put that together if it hadn't been for Tatiana's supervision. She really helped me to see how it transfers into achieving the intent.
Wonderful. Wonderful, thank you. And overall, what do you think about this course, the basic user course? How was it? Was it difficult for you? Were you able to complete it easily, or what are your overall thoughts about this course?
Well, I didn't not attend any of the classes, so that is outside my habit already. The tarot classes that I was taking, there were some where I'm like, well, I don't feel like it today. And it's like, seriously, you spent money on this. Why would you not attend the live? And I attended all 4 of the live classes, and just being able to touch base with you while we were doing the drawings and say, how is this progressing? And is it okay if I do that? And I can't recommend it enough to people to just take the basic course and see how it goes. And it laid a foundation for me. Now I want to take them all.
The rest of the algorithms, okay. Thank you. Wonderful. And it was really a pleasure to have you in class. Thank you for all the questions and participation and being present and active, and for your wonderful drawings. I'm so proud of you. You've learned a lot, and keep on using, and hope to see you again in the rest of the algorithms. Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Nat. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It was an amazing experience, and I've recommended it to all of my friends.
Oh, thank you. Okay.